Hi, Aquarius. Sorry, I got hair flying everywhere. I got a fan on it. All right. Hi, Aquarius. These are live readings, you guys. Well, not live, like, I just don't edit. I press play and whatever happens, happens. Hopefully everybody's having a fabulous month. I apologize for not getting yours out last month. I didn't get any of the air signs done. I'm doing them first. I'm very limited on time, you guys. I got Sag Mercury in my chart. Sag Mercury was happening. I was getting stuff thrown at me left, right, and center. And I already had stuff to do, so much to do where, I'm not gonna lie to you people, I took on way too much, and I don't even know how I got half of it done. So these readings are going to be similar to, you've seen me, if you watched me for a while, you know I've done these before. No show and grow. So, the cards you got, what you need to know is I am kind. So Aquarians, you need to know that you are quite kind, all right? Like, what you need to show is I am here. So that means you need to show that you're present, okay? So when you're with friends and family, you need to be focused on those friends and family. Put your phone away, all right? You need to focus on the here and the now. And you need to really be focused on, I'm getting like what you're feeling when you're doing it. If something feels wrong when you're doing it, you need to be present in the here and now. You need to notice that feeling that you're having. If something makes you feel good when it's happening, you need to notice and recognize that. Okay? If your body feels off, you need to notice and recognize that. Whether that means that you're tired, you need to respect that and you need to go lay down and take a nap. If you notice that you're overworking, okay, that day, and they ask you to do overtime, you need to be present in the here and the now, and you need to realize my body's a little tired today. Yes, I want the extra money, but you know what? I can go without it, and my body's telling me I need to take a break and take rest. Okay? Respect that. And then what you need to grow, it says, I am ready. So the way I'm interpreting that is the sensation I'm getting is that you need to be more focused on taking action, getting the things done that need to be done. So again, it's coming back to the I am here. So if you're tired that day with I am ready, then that means you need to respect that and you need to take that nap. Say no to the overtime. Say no to the extra shift. Say no to helping somebody out that day because you notice what you need. You need to be present within yourself. Okay? You also need to grow taking action on things, making decisions and choices, not waiting on people to make them for you or give you opportunities. You need to take those on yourself. You need to go seek them out. You need to search for them. You need to find the solutions to your problems. Whether that means you need to ask people for help, you need to find out information, go to an accountant to find that information out, a financial advisor, you want to buy a house or that's a goal. Okay, well, instead of thinking about it, you need to be doing. Like, oh, card right away. You have the Seven of Swords here. You have it says trick on it, and you have people wearing masks. So the best advice I can give to prevent this problem, because what you need to know is you are kind. And because you're kind, people may see that as a weakness, and that's a strength. Those people are quite stupid if they think that's a weakness. That's a very dumb move of them to make. Okay, with the Seven of Swords here, what you need to know is how you're going to find these people. It doesn't mean you change who you are, all right? Never stoop to somebody else's level, all right? You have foresight here. Especially as an air sign, you guys are blessed with the gift of foresight. Trust your intuition, all right? You need to be present in order to take this on. So this means you really need to pay attention to people, what they're saying, what they're doing, okay? You could have some people that are really good talkers, but what they're doing is completely opposite. Okay, so somebody could say that they're helping you, but they're really helping you because they're gaining from that, and somehow it's the Seven of Swords is the liar, the cheater, the thief card. So, okay, I feel like you do have people wearing masks, and how you're gonna detect these people is you need to be present and you need to really pay attention to the details. So what they're saying and what they're doing. Okay. So if a person's saying, yeah, I'm trying to help you out, but they're going behind your back, and they did something else, Okay, so they talk smack about you, but they're saying they're your friend, but they went behind your back and talked smack. Align with what they said and what they did. What they're saying is not aligning with what they're doing. Their actions always speak louder than words, and they're going to show you who these people are. Okay, personality can be faked. All right, personality is something where a person can seem really positive, optimistic, outgoing. They can seem really friendly, nice. Okay, that can all be faked. All right, what can't be faked is character, and character aligns with action. So what they're doing. I am kind is somebody who actually, you show your generosity. You do things for others. You show this, and people may be taking advantage of it, and they see that as a weakness. But you're going to be able to weed these people out. Okay, you have some weeds here that you need to pluck out of your garden. It's important that you're present though in order to do this. Okay. Others of you, what you need to know is in some cases, not everybody needs to know what you're doing, how you're doing it, or how you're going to accomplish it. All right. So watch giving people too much information or details. You may have to hide some things from people. And by hiding, I don't mean like doing anything shady or underhanded. It's just saying that you need to like not give information out because people could take advantage of it. They could take your ideas. They could take your valuables, as in your time, because time is the most valuable gift you have. Okay. So how you're going to prevent it is aligning what you see and what you hear, and being present, but also not giving information out. Don't let these people know that you know what they're up to. They're going to shoot themselves in the foot. All right. You have the Knight of Pentacles. It's like, it reminds me of Superman. All right. But present is very keen here. So when you're overthinking and stuff like that, there's this little trick that you can use. I don't know if I can show you guys here. Okay, so you got your hand. When you start to like wonder too much or wander outside of the here and the now, okay, or you're emotional or overwhelmed, or you just want to bring yourself back to reality, to the present time. How you do that is with your hand, you're going to go like this to each finger. Okay, and you just continuously do this because it takes thought. You gotta think about what you're doing when you're doing it, and you're present when you're doing this. All right. So to become present, just a simple exercise you can do. All right, is tap each finger like that. Okay. Hopefully you can see that to your thumb. So you're gonna tap it to each finger to become present. Okay, an exercise that you can do for yourself to become present. Okay. Take a couple of minutes out of the day, go to the washroom while you're at work, do that while you're on the toilet or something, just to become present. If you need that extra moment to process things and think about things before you make a decision. Okay. What you need to show is you're gaining here. Making decisions though is what you need to, it's what you need to develop and grow. Okay. And that's how you're going to get your gain. You guys are protected here. You got a set of wings, like a, you're going to get past these people that are trying to steal from you. Okay, things go vice versa. All right, I believe in karma. So if you're stealing from other people, do not think that that's not noticed. It will be noticed. All right, ideas, whatever it is, give credit to where it's due. All right. If it's from other people, it will be recognized. Okay, and don't participate in it. That's saying that will backfire. You need to be above these people. All right, and you're not doing it to be above them as in, I'm better than you type thing. You're doing it to prevent another problem from occurring and to gain insight is what I'm getting. But you need to take action and make decisions. Find the details, the information, look for the things that it is that you want to do or get completed. You want to buy a house, you need to go talk to somebody to get that started, to see how you're going to get there so they can help you make the goals and set the achievements for that. You want to move? Well, then you got to start doing the research and staying present in the here and now and evaluating what it is that you need. for that move. Like what is of value to you, the necessities. Because maybe some of you want to move to a specific area, but you don't, like that area is more expensive when you could move to another area that has more value for you. It's more, what is it? Its location is more convenient, meaning like everything's walking distance from you. If you're the type of person who wants to save money on driving, well, then it makes more sense to live near the bus stops or the trains. Okay, here we got a SkyTrain. Back east, where I'm from, it's the subway system. Okay, New York, I think that's what they call it too, the subway, right? So instead of living on the outskirts and driving all the time, and you want to cut time down, well, then you want to find an area where you're located, walking distance to everything, right? But you do need to grow, taking action, being ready. That's on you. That's not going to be on anybody else. Don't wait for other people. You need help with things. There's government assistance you can get. Okay. Some of you want to change your career. There's government programs that you can go into that, how can I explain it? When I moved from back east, Toronto, to Vancouver, I was changing my career. I ended up going to the government, and I found, it might be because I'm a Sag, I had pretty good luck there. Somebody just happened to tell me. I didn't even know the programs were available, right? And Sages learn through experience. That's how they learn, right? They make a lot of mistakes. They fall on their butt a lot, okay? But through my personal experience, I did the trade industry, sheet metal, for 10 years. How that came about was I was informed by, when I was in school, upgrading my high school to go back to college for something completely different. It was completely different I was doing my upgrading for. I found out from somebody who came in. They spoke to us saying that, there's certain industries that are becoming very limited with employees because the retirees, there's a, what is the word? I can't get my words today. There's a generation gap. There we go. For like doctors in the trades mostly, so like welders, fabricators, steel industry, sheet metal industry, carpenters. Okay, there's a gap in that industry. So the government has programs where they will actually train you, and I got paid, went to a university, did a sheet metal program, got a degree in it, and I was paid while I was doing it. So it didn't cost me anything. It wasn't what I originally had planned out and thought, okay, because you can't have everything planned in life. It doesn't work like that sometimes. As somebody who has a Virgo rising, that annoys the crap out of me, but it is true. Because I try to plan everything and it never works out. And I think my Sag side kind of like evens that out a bit. It does extraordinarily annoy me though. And I ended up making really good money for 10 years in that industry. I left that industry though. I no longer work in the trades. I actually went full circle and went back to baking. And baking was always a hobby that I did too. So, but I was paid for it, and it was a program that the government had. So there's ways. If you don't like your job, there are solutions for it. Some of you guys, tax season will be coming up, so you can get tax breaks for like, if you take care of a significant other, okay, you need to go talk to the government because there's tax breaks that you can get and support you can get from the government where you're not, where you can receive more back. Okay, but you're not, these things aren't just going to fall onto your lap. You actually have to go out and seek them out and gain the knowledge. So ask a lot of questions. Keep asking even when you're told no, all right? Because somebody could be misinforming you. I always, that's my Virgo again, I take things with a grain of salt. I like to research everything in multiple avenues too. But I like to ask a lot of people, and then I come to my judgment call through, evaluating the different people I ask in the same area I'm trying to get the information in, if that makes sense. Because one person might have one opinion or perspective, and another person has different information than they do. All right. So usually when you ask about 4 or 5 sources, you can come to you'll find the similarities in them, and you'll find out what it is that you need. But for some of you guys, I'm getting that there's help out there. You want to change your job? There's help out there. All right. If you live in America and Canada, you're pretty blessed in that area. I'm not sure about other parts of the world, but there are people that can help you out, okay? You can get tax breaks and things like that too for if you're supporting family members. You need to take time off because somebody is sick. You can actually get help with that too. But it is saying what you need to grow is you taking the action. These things aren't just going to fall on your lap. Okay? You got to go out and seek it. Don't tell everybody everything though. All right? Because they can screw it up for you. Or if you're like going to apply for a job, somebody else could try to take that from you. You have a Gemini energy here. A negative Gemini energy here. I don't know. And there's also like a Capricorn that I see that's like really emotional. Okay, they're focused on money. So they might be a trickster so they can gain money off of you, right? So you do have some people here trying to give you problems because they think that they're going to receive from you somehow. They're going to, like, don't ensure that people aren't taking advantage of your kindness. So that's like, I'm sure people aren't treating you like you're naive because you're not naive, okay? Aquarians give everybody the benefit of the doubt until proven otherwise, all right? They don't judge people from all walks of life. You know, Aquarians are the type of people that treat janitors with the same respect as they do CEOs. And that's a very highly respectable trait that you guys have, all right? Being the humanitarians, that's why you're able to do that. But not everybody's like you, okay? So ensure that people aren't taking... If there's a job opening and you start talking about it, somebody else could go behind your back and take it. I also have this energy, I don't know, I got Capricorn. So it's somebody wants money from you. And they might give you faulty information so you keep coming back to them to gain this. So you come to them in some manner. There we go, we have a card that flips. And give them finances. And it's funny you said that because we have the Ace of Pentacles. So it's like, okay, if somebody's telling you somebody's cheating on you, that's not true, or how they're feeling, and this is how they're feeling, and they're giving you false hope, or they're trying to cause problems in your life by giving you negativity, and that's not fact, and that's not details. They're doing this because they want you to be naive, and they want your services, so they want you to give them finances. All right, you want to know how a person feels, you have to have that uncomfortable conversation of actually approaching them and talking to them about it. All right, there's no easy way in life. Okay, you can't take shortcuts. When you come into shortcuts is when you're going to get the Seven of Swords energy. Okay, there's free will. You can't bend free will. Okay, and the devil traps you in your mind. So with worrying is praying to the devil. So the Ace of Pentacles is what you guys need to grow. It is being grounded and centered in yourself. Taking action again. I am ready. And Ace of Pentacles is taking the practical steps to make it happen. This is even baby steps. One step at a time. Okay, you might have this big... you might have a goal, and it might be a very ambitious goal. Nothing wrong with that, okay? And you might be overwhelmed with how am I going to do this or get it completed or whatever. Baby steps. One step at a time. You don't need to complete a whole bunch. You just need to do one thing at a time. You know, like... For myself, I don't get these videos out like on time, ever. I'm a very busy person, you guys, all right? I get a lot of stuff randomly thrown at me from random people in life, you know, like, and I got to deal with it as it comes. But, you know, like, I get these done when I can get them done. I'm no longer pressured or feel pressured to get, as long as I complete it, hey, man, that's way more than anything I can ask for, okay? So as long as you take the steps to go even ask for the information, you don't have to go to the class right away, but go find out the information, make that uncomfortable phone call, make a decision or a choice to do this or go see that or whatever it may be. You made one step. Pat yourself on the freaking back. That's all you need is that one step to get you going. One step at a time. Baby steps. You don't got to run. Okay, you got to learn to crawl before you can walk. All right, and then you got to learn to walk before you can start running. And usually you start jogging first before you start running. Okay? Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't listen to the outside noises. Okay? Some of these people are tricksters. They're trying to trap you. And how they do that is they make you worry. They trap you in your mind. You're not trapped. Your prayers are heard as well as your fears are heard. All right? I'm using another deck. This is a very tiny deck. I like it. It has dragons on it. Okay. It's very much Aquarian energy to me. because Aquarians, you guys hear me say it all the time, you guys are like Merlin. So you have the Knight of Swords. Ooh. This guy, I'm getting like charge. But I'm also getting like that direction. Like, you know which direction you gotta go. You already know what you have to do. Now you gotta do it. It's like you have a decisive decision or goal or something that you already know that needs to be changed. So now you gotta take the baby steps to make it happen. The Knight of Swords can also be naive in speech, but not all the time, okay? Sometimes, yes, because, you know, this person, it doesn't have to be a kid, doesn't have to, it can be an adult, a naive adult, okay? But there's times when you're an adult that you have to be knocked down, all right? Because the knights are the apprentices, okay? And they're just apprentices in different categories, and the swords is of thought, of information gathering. He's after the truth, and the truth at no cost, right? Like, so this is a person that doesn't care about the opinions or what people, you know, if they sugarcoat things. This person's not caring at how it's being said or how it's being done. He's just after the facts, or her, after the facts and the information and the details, okay? But he's taking action. He's the fastest mover, okay? So you guys got to do this. You got to find the information. You got to take action, and you have to be able to be discerning about facts and details. You do, because you have two Pentacles cards here that came out. You have the Three of Wands. Okay, so you have to be patient, is what I'm getting. Okay, you got to be very patient with yourselves and with others. It may take some time, but I am getting like you got yours is all based on decisions and being decisive and taking the action. And all good things come to those who wait. All right, but again, what I'm getting is nothing is achieved through fast or cheating or shortcuts. Okay, like, it's going to take hard work and it's going to take effort. So it's like, if you want to know how a person feels, you can't go online, look up a YouTube video about on that sign, how do they feel? All right, everybody has free will, and the universe has a failsafe on all of us. Okay, they're not going to give you that information because you're trying to take a shortcut and you're trying to bend free will. Okay, you're trying to get information without putting the work and the effort in. So what's going to happen is it's going to cause problems for you that you were trying to prevent in the first place. So how you get around that and gain and create a stable foundation and is being here and now and being ready to have that uncomfortable conversation. Okay? This is like, you want to know how they feel, you have to ask them, and it's uncomfortable and it can be awkward, right? But you might not get the answer that you wanted, especially with the Knight of Swords, but you're going to get information that's going to help you gain in the future and progress forward. All right, it's going to take time and effort, because if you see, this is like something that's created with thread, and that takes a lot of time and effort, and a lot of detail goes into that, and a lot of patience and skill, and your skill is developed as the person's further making this. All right, and one more card. Trying to keep all these videos short. Whoa. What do we got? You got the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, if you're under 18, some of these cards are explicit. Hopefully nobody gets offended by it. So please don't watch it if you're under 18. So the Queen of Pentacles. All right. This woman is quite happy. She's not concerned about people. Like, she's nude, right? So she's comfortable in who she is, and she's got a dragon. Like, and if you see the dragon smirking, so she's well protected. All right, she's very grounded. She's very practical. She's dealing with the earth, and it's, if you see, there's cracks here. All right, so even if there's mistakes, you can always you can always move forward. All right, you learn from those mistakes. They're not the end of the world. Those tricks, those things that were done to you, not the end of the world. Okay, you can move forward, and just remember, like how I told you when I was you know, because I'm going to be 34 this month, actually, on the 11th. When I was younger and I went back to high school, like to upgrade, it was to upgrade my high school. And I was looking into upgrading it to take a completely separate course in university and college. That was my plan. All right. My plan ended up completely changing due to an opportunity that came to me from someone who gave it to me or gave me the information. Right? They gave me the information, and then I had to take charge, and I had to go forward and find out, and then I had to put in the hard work. Okay, this is like skills being developed. I had no skills in the trade industry. I was a baker at the time. All right, sheet metal. I didn't know how to solder or anything like that. I knew a bit about measurements because my dad was a fabricator and from baking, right? But I developed a new skill. I had to go to school. I had to learn in order to gain the knowledge. It took time though, right? Like in order for me to graduate from that university, I had to put in a solid year in that course, learn my skills and develop them before I could go out into the industry and be hired. All right. And when you take a program like that that's offered by the government, they help place you in jobs too. Okay. But you are like the Queen of Pentacles is these are energies you got to take on. You've got to be very grounded and practical. I had to sacrifice back then for that, you know, like because my night school, I was taking night school to upgrade, and I was working during the daytime, and then I had to ended up having to talk to my parents about it because in order for me to go to school full time in college to get the degree, I had to go during the daytime. So that affected my job. So I had to talk to my parents, and my parents helped me out, saying that, you know, like I did get some income from the government because like I said, they paid me, right? So, but it wasn't as much as I had to make sacrifices. I wasn't making as much as I was originally, and I had to move in with my parents for that year to make the school possible and make it possible for me to gain. So you got to look at short-term sacrifices for long-term gain. Or okay, I didn't say that right. Are you making short-term sacrifices for long-term gain, or are you making long-term sacrifices for short-term gain? Because in the example I gave you of when I was younger, what I had to do, I had to make the short-term sacrifices for long-term gain. I had to move back in with my family. I had to live on lesser money, but it taught me how to conserve my finances, be more resourceful. You know, it was a hard decision to make, but you learn. You have an ace here. You're learning. All right. With this is being a student, and it doesn't matter how freaking old you are. All right. Like my mother's 54. She just turned 54. She's actually gone back to school to upgrade her high school in order to she wants to be a nurse now. She decided that, and she needs to upgrade some of her, I think it's 2 courses of her high school in order to qualify for the program. So she's doing that. Okay, it doesn't matter how old you are. So in her case, she would have to go down to because this guy's an information gatherer. He's great at studying too, right? Knowledge. So whatever you want, you got to decide what you want, but you got to put the work in. No shortcuts. Okay, no lying to yourself, and there's no excuses. I mean, I don't mean to laugh, but you know, like if you're making excuses, the universe just called you on it. It's irony. Love it. All right, you guys. I hope this helped you out. Your reading is very positively focused. The only limits that are going to be put on you, you might have some hiccups around you. People could try to put limits on you, but it's not going to stop you. They can't stop you. You know, like it's all about you. You're Superman here, Superwoman. All right? And remember that exercise to stay present if you start to overthink things. Okay? I learned that in psychology. All right, you guys. Hopefully this helped you out. And then you had another card that fell, and it says, I'm happy. So that's the information that the universe wants to give you in order for you to reach your happiness. Okay? Jupiter has some gifts to give you. Jupiter in Sag is going to give everybody presents. It's going to be like Oprah. You get a car, you get a car. But instead of them giving you actual material things, you got to go out there. They're going to give you opportunities. So it's like Jupiter's like, you get an opportunity, you get an opportunity. Are you going to take it? All on you. You got to be ready for it. Okay? Go out and seek that information. Don't believe everything that you hear. You got to learn for yourself. All right, you guys, namaste. Hopefully this helped you out. Have a fabulous month. I do believe you will run into this Queen of Pentacles. Could be a teacher, a doctor, somebody that will help and give you the information for things to progress forward. Okay? If you've gone to a doctor and they say that there's no solution for the problem, that could be a lie. Go find a few other opinions before you come to a conclusion. That's highly important. You got to research and find it out on yourself. Don't believe everything you're told, okay? Namaste, you guys. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and have a fabulous month.